Okay. Let's have a look. Ah, there I am. Okay. Maybe move that over here. I'll go boop boop. And I've got to reset already because there's no chat thingy. There we go. What is it about the chat not coming up properly? Oh, well. It's time to share. Let's get that off there. We're alive. Alive, alive. It's alive, alive, alive. Join me on this hot and humid Saturday afternoon as I continue my playthrough of Kentucky Route Zero. Might finish it today. And then the link. And boom. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Something, something, something. I don't know the other lyrics. Now I would like to share the tweet, but TweetDeck's been very slow in showing me the new tweets I make lately. Like every part of Twitter, it seems to be falling apart. Falling apart at the seams. Falling apart at the seams. Okay, so let me spam all my friends with the link, because that's what I do. That's what I do. Boop. And then the ones over on. Boop. The ones over on the Steam. Okay. Well, I think that's everybody. Let me go over to OBS. Pop display capture on. Boop. And now I think we're ready to go. I'll just have some water. Hey folks, and welcome to the Saturday afternoon stream. This may be the final episode of Kentucky Route Zero. At the end of last episode, we finished Act 4. So we've got the interlude, which I don't think this one's as long as like the entertainment. So we'll get through that in the first hour easily. Act 5 is actually one of the shortest acts of the game. I think it was, just a little over an hour when I last played it. So my guess is I'll be able to get through that pretty quickly. And if we're talking and stuff, maybe I'll go over into hour 3. But then there's the final interlude after Act 5, which again, I don't remember being very long. That's the word I was looking for. So if you weren't here last time, Act 4, we lost Conway. He was taken by the distillery. And Junebug and Johnny, there was a conversation about them taking Ezra along with them on their adventures. But they are sticking with Shannon as she decides to finish off Conway's final delivery. And they found themselves at the bottom of like a very, it seems to be like a well that goes upwards. And it seems that maybe 5 Dogwood Drive will be at the top. So let me turn my controller on. And without further ado, let us play Kentucky Route Zero. Maybe for the last time. Gasp. La gasp. Ba-da-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. There we go. On Pueblo de Nada. I'm not late, am I? Ah, this must be our guest. Oh, hi. You must be, Oh, sorry. I'm Maya. Right, the traveling artist. Welcome. I'm Emily. I, work here. Great. Rita says you're the producer. Oh, did she? I guess so. I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, I know the feeling. You weren't around earlier at the lunch thing? No, I don't live in town. I just come in to work on the station. Pardon me. Really? That's quite a hike, isn't it? I know some shortcuts. Oh, okay. We'd better get started. You look busy. No, it's okay. I think we're about ready to start the broadcast. Oh, should I go sit down? Not just yet. Rita does a little intro. Got it. Okay. Quite a crowd in here. Really? There's like 7 or 8 of us, I think. Yeah, well, for this town, I've barely seen anyone all day. Oh yeah, ghost town. Yeah, kind of. Okay, I'll check if Rita's ready. You can just hang out back here somewhere. We'll let you know when it's time to come on set. Great. Thanks for having me. You too. I mean, you know what I mean. Why am I so awkward with visitors here? Just used to seeing the same 12 people day in and day out, I guess. Ben and Bob working on a project. And what are these weird drawings next to them? Hope the neighbors are okay. Miss you, Cross-Eye. I wonder what that means. Looks like the ceiling is holding up okay, just the usual leaks. At least the floor's staying dry. My left boot has a hole. Do I have to trigger everything, I guess? Hey, Rue's here. Hello, Rue. How you doing? I found that radio in the woods a week or 2 ago. I cleaned the circuits with rubbing alcohol and left it in the sun. Seemed like it was working okay again, so why are they taking it apart? What are all these weird hieroglyphics? Rue's alive. Alive! Looks like I just made it before the sky broke in. If it gets any worse, we might be stuck in town tonight. All right, Cyrano's here to help with the weather report. It's so weird. And Peter's here. Hey, Peter! Did you just wake up? This is quite the game to be watching first thing in the morning. That should be cool. Elmo gets a lot more into it when he has some noise to vibe on. Why does it squeak every time I click on something? The video data bank. Squeak! It used to be on the other side of the room. The couch was in this corner. We moved here where the ceiling is least leaky. It's further from the windows too, so sunlight doesn't bleach the labels. So much of archiving is just playing hide and seek with weather. Yeah. Isn't it that most of film history, at least in the US, is lost to us because originally film was made of nitrate, so all you need is an errant spark and it just goes up in flame. But there also was the thing that they didn't care about preserving what they made because it was cheaper just to reuse film for new movies. So it was like, I think it was a mix of those two things, not caring about preservation, and also, you know, having a flammable. I'm trying to think of the right word. I guess medium, but that's not exactly what I'm thinking of. Is my AC on? Oh, you better believe my air conditioning is on, Rue. Oh boy, guys. Yeah, let me just talk about this. Yesterday was sweltering, like it was disgusting. And if it wasn't bad enough, at 3 p.m., my neighborhood, Ashmore, where I live, just boom, lost power, lost water. And oh, it was not the day for it. Yeah, apparently like over 1,000 people were affected in the area. Luckily, like I was going out to dinner with my mom and sister later on. Bored. Huh. Yeah, let me just pause it. I was going out to dinner with my mom and sister later. Oh, hey, Dorkex is here too. Hey, Dorkex, how you doing? Yeah, I was going out to dinner, and if the power was off, I wouldn't be able to get my car out of the garage of the apartment complex I live in. So my mom decided to come pick me up early. And as she comes to pick me up, it turns out that the manager has manually lifted the garage door. But we left anyway, and I spent the afternoon at her place before we had dinner. And then about maybe I'd say by 6, they'd solved the problem. So I came home a few hours later after a really nice meal, nice bottle of wine, nice gelato afterwards. It was really good. And everything was working. So that, crisis averted, but to have water and power just get cut off on like the hottest day, it's not even technically summer anymore. And I think it was hotter than any day during the summer. It was crazy, man, crazy. I wonder if they still sell those highly flammable table tennis balls. That's a thing. Was the fuzz they used to put on the tennis balls, was that highly flammable? Huh, weird. So yesterday, of all days for power and water to go out, it had to be that sweltering, horrible day. But table tennis, so like the little white hollow balls. Huh, interesting. Is it maybe like whatever they finished them with? I don't know. Okay, let's continue. Back to the TV station. Is that a crow at the... Why can't I click on the crow? I want to know about the crow. Oh, made out of nitrate? Time to start the show. Yeah, that sounds good. 3, 2, 1. Contact. Okay, ready when you are. How does it look outside? Gross. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. Saturn is in retrograde. What does that even mean? Yep. Think it'll let up? I guess we'll see what Elmo says. My poor tomatoes. Okay, in 3, 2... Hi, it's Rita. This is your evening broadcast, 8192. Wow, it's really raining out there. Damn, I can hear it from here. We have a few leaks. Put some pots and bowls underneath them. Thanks, Ron, for lending us your extra pots and bowls. I hope you had a good day, despite the weather, although it was really nice earlier, right? I had a good day today. I met a new friend. She's going to join us in about a minute or so. Maybe you saw her earlier around lunch, or if you didn't meet her, then you'll meet her in a minute. Or if you met her already, but you still want to hang out, I'm sure there's plenty that we can talk about. Wow, so this is 8192. Is that right, Emily? Oh, you're going to record some audio, Dorkex. I hope that goes really well. We'll see you when you return. Celluloids are a class of materials produced by mixing nitrocellulose and camphor, often with added dyes and other agents. Much more common for its use as photographic film before the advent of safer methods. Celluloid's common contemporary uses are table tennis balls, musical instruments, combs, office equipment, and guitar picks. Guitar picks, yeesh. if you're really shredding, I'm on fire. And there's the 1 and 2, so obviously you just copy that straight from Wikipedia. Ends hyperfocus triggered off by your reference to Lost of Old Movies. Yeah. The amount of time we mention something on the podcast, and Rue's like, I've got to go look that up, and then we go on a tangent. But that's how you learn. You go off on tangents and you find out things. Sounds reasonable. Yep. To camera. That's a lot of broadcasts. I came in around the 5s, so I've only been around for half of them. And back then in the 5s, let's see, I did Night Noise, and we had the Swap Show and the Bird Show, and people were just coming in and dropping off tapes all the time. And now it's just the evening broadcast. But it's not like, I'm not saying we're in decline or anything like that. I love the evening broadcast. I think it was the first show we had on here. It was the first show not produced by the power company. It was the first community show, yeah. Those hypnotic, fuzzy old tapes about self-wiring, those empty humming shots of trees and glowing-eyed animals, the nasty paranoid... Well, I'm not going to pick that one. Saturdays, I don't take Ritalin in the afternoon. And by the time we usually record, it's also worn off. It's an old joke, but just how ridiculous it is to expect people who have any form of ADD or ADHD to remember to take their medicine on a regular basis. Those hypnotic, fuzzy old tapes about self-wiring. There were a few power company training videos that ran before, but those don't count. Yeah, so it's the spine of the station. Or maybe it's the heart? Or is it the skin? What part of the WEVP body do you think this is? Why don't you come on by and tell us about it? We're going to be here for another 30 minutes or so. Or if you don't want to brave the storm, you can always give us a call. Same number as always, 270-216-5556. Okay, so we're going to start with a tape. This is an old one. It's one of mine, but maybe you haven't seen it. Or if you've seen it, it's been a while, so maybe you've forgotten. Shit. What? She asked me to queue up her tape on Pueblo de Nada. Where is it? I don't know. It's probably still shelved. I'll find it. Ron silently mouths a thank you. Man, there is something beautiful about the idea of like a community or local television station. Just playing whatever you have, reacting to the community. The idea that, a lot of the old ones used to just buy as many cheap, like old bad movies as they could. And that's what led to Mystery Science Theater 3000. Because like their local little station just had all these old bad movies that they could just use for this idea of a TV show they had. Hey, and it's Dan, and he's watching on his lunch break. Well, I hope you enjoy your lunch break, Dan, and thanks for dropping by. How's the game trade today? People staying indoors? I hope you work in air conditioning. The power company, in power. Yes, Rue. I don't know if you remember, but the power company has kind of been a malevolent presence throughout the whole game so far. They're the ones who bought the distillery, who have all the strange skeleton men working for them. They're the ones that own the mine that killed Shannon's parents. We think they made Junebug and Johnny. Oh yeah, I'm looking for the tape now. Oh, wait, I can talk about the crow. Let's look at the crow. Slow-mo crow. Keeping an eye on the control board. Keep up the good work, Mo. Mo. Rita's tape should be on a shelf back here. Emily scans the shelf of videotapes. Oh, boy. Got something triggering my nose. Oh, what's this? Emily pulls out an unlabeled tape. to herself absently. Impossible to say. Not much tape in there, though. Old bumpers? Dan says, I've got kind of AC. Also got plenty of people who smell just wonderful thanks to the heat. Oh, yeah. Oof. Louder for others' benefit. Someone should come in here and label all these. We should put this all in chronological order, although I guess it's hard to remember sometimes the order of things, and some of these tapes are made at the same time, or we started one video and then started another in the middle, and then came back later, and time is out of joint. It's like sweeping the beach. Oh, wait a minute. Ron said he'd start filing the old stuff by language, so something fell behind the shelf here. Ralph borrowed it for his screen, so it's probably with the others, he returned. I'd say let's look behind the shelf. Emily pulls a grimy tape case from behind the shelf. Gross, it's damp. She opens the case. It's empty. Ron said he'd start following the old stuff by language, so favorite tires, that's English. Disagreeable birds, also English. The zone, that's in Japanese. Fiesta salvaje, getting warmer. And Pueblo de nada, aha! What would you all do without me? I'll queue up Rita's tape now. Here we go, Mo. Hold off on playing this until Rita's done setting it up. Thanks, babe. Well, crows are pretty damn intelligent. Some people that lived here a long time ago, before the company town, before the airstrip, like over 100 years ago. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. To Emily. Ready, Emily? Now, do we get to see Pueblo de nada?
Llegaron de Florida. Antes de eso, de algún lugar en América Central. Pero ninguno de los que llegaron aquí habían vivido en América Central.
Well, I can hear Spanish.
La comunidad se reconstruyó a sí misma, persona por persona, en los años entre medio.
This is cool. Have you seen it before? I should say something nice. Yeah, it's something else. You don't sound convinced. It's not a bad way to learn about history, though. I helped Rita edit this. Took us all of a week coming in here after the day's broadcasts were done with the night loop running in the background. We'd play her narration on cassette and write down times, then scrub frame by frame through the video and try to cut it just so. Oh, damn. Excruciating. It is history, right? Or is it just a story? It's a good tape. Yeah, you know, the editing I do for my YouTube channel is so basic, considering what I could be doing or learning and what other YouTube channels do. But even that, it's so easy to just cut and splice in the computer, when back in the day they had to do all that by hand. Man, just the dedication. I'm quite an awe. It's a good tape. It's good to have a portrait of the people who used to live here, and it does a good job of communicating who they are, what they did, what they were like, I think. People should know a community shouldn't just disappear, even when it disappears. Or is there even a difference? Although, now the tape is just here on a shelf. Every once in a while we dust it off and it shuffles around the airwaves again, like an old dog. Sorry, did I say something wrong? Oh, no, I'm sorry, I just have some weird shit going on in my head tonight. You know what I mean? Sure, it's okay. Sorry, I spaced out. Don't worry about it. You should. Oh, should I go sit? Yeah, it's almost over. So, where are you staying tonight? Here in town. Oh, good. Yeah. Even before the storm came in, I thought it'd be nice to get some rest before the long hike back to the highway. Ron offered his loft? What? He said they could sleep in his loft. Oh, honey, he's talking about his barn. Ron, nobody wants to sleep in your barn. Ron shrugs. It's not haunted. But it is haunted. Bob got some pretty clear voices there on his tape recorder. He wanted to have a seance, but couldn't round up enough brave souls to go all the way around the table. You'll stay at my place. Oh, thanks. Oh, Ron. Back to the video game minds for Dan. Well, thanks for stopping by, Dan. Always nice to see you in chat. Do you need anything? Actually, do you have an extra toothbrush? It'd be nice to sleep under the stars. I think I do, actually. Yeah. Oh my god, I've been in the woods, you know? Right. I actually used a twig this morning. I kind of chewed up one end. Geesh. No stars tonight, though. I've done that. Really? I'm disappointed. I thought I invented it. Even better, you can chew on some pine needles. It really freshens your breath. I mean, it's not perfect. I don't think I'd want to try pine needles. Wow, that's roughing it. Just close your eyes and pretend, I guess. Right, exactly. And even then, it's just not the same as real toothpaste. What the hell are they talking about? Emily waves to Rita, to camera. Oh, okay. Hi, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, that was from it's several years old. I can't remember exactly. I enjoyed it very much. Oh, thank you, Maya. What's next? I brought in a tape. Oh, okay, you good? All queued up. I'm gonna check on the boys. Ben and Bob are seated on the couch, poking at the electronic innards of a radio. So then it won't mute while it scans between stations. Okay, because that's where they live, right? No, you just want that constant static noise. Right, the noise, that's where they live. They don't live anywhere, dude, they're ghosts. Okay, why does it matter where you tune the radio? It's like soil in your garden. You need rich soil, right? Mashed up, rotted leaves and stuff, like compost. Oh, hey, Em, how's the show? Ben has something stuck in his beard. Oh, you know, it's a piece of food? Actually, maybe it's a leaf? Pretty good progress on the ghost box. Maybe he did it on purpose, like a beard leaf garland, but it's only one little accent leaf. Scans constantly. I should tell him. And play it back later. Hey, you've got something in your beard. Nah. The radio crackles and scans rapidly across the spectrum. Snippets of voices mixed with color, noise, and unfamiliar interference patterns. Did you hear that? That was definitely a voice from beyond the grave. Sounded like, I clearly heard dogwood in there. Yeah, kinda. Sounded more like frogwood to me. What the hell is frogwood? Man, I don't tell the ghosts what to say. Did you hear that, Emily? Must have been dogwood. Dogwood, of course. I guess it doesn't matter. The ghost voices don't really come out until you play back the recording later. Oh no, don't sneeze, don't sneeze. They only exist in recordings, like a copy without an original, a mirror reflecting something that isn't in the room. Eerie. Like the mounds. The burial mounds here in town, you think they're haunted? No. Or, sure, probably, but I meant they're like the reflection. The people who made them lived hundreds of years ago. That whole society's long gone. Now we just have these lingering echoes without any trace of context. Yeah, it is kind of eerie. So the ghosts speak and we can't hear it, but the tape recorder can hear it. Is that right? I don't know. Sometimes I think it's more like the recording itself is a ghost. Like that's what ghosts are, recordings of events that didn't happen. When something keeps leaving new marks even after it's gone, false memories. Ooh, bowls on the floor are filling up. More leaks. Not the vegetables. It's Ron's big moment. So, okay, Ron, anything that you'd want to tell us about that tape? Everything on that tape was wild. Really? Everything? Wild stuff indeed. Even the horses? Everything on that tape was wild. I bought some Ford folk tapes at the yard sale once. The lady said they were live tapes of Jean Ritchie playing dulcimer at some local bar. They were pretty good too, a little noisy with the rattling bottles and chatty drunks, but it gave the recordings a certain aura of authenticity. Were the horses wild? I thought they were the horses here. Oh, the neighbors. We call the horses here the neighbors. No, I didn't recognize that one. Then I noticed some of the background sounds repeating, someone telling the same hushed story at the bar during every song, the door opening and closing in exactly the same way. The lady who sold me the tapes, she'd added the bar sounds artificially. I think she recorded the music herself in her bedroom and put Richie's name on it. I don't think there are any wild horses anymore. Really? How could that be? Oh, well, they've all been domesticated. Are the neighbors domesticated? We don't own them, no. They're, feral? The tapes lived permanently in my truck. Over the years, they've become my favorite Richie recordings. Oh, right. In your documentary, you said that the people who used to live here had freed their horses. Exactly. But you can free your pet cat, but it won't turn back into a panther. Right. It's a kind of haunting, a kind of ghost, like Ben was saying. But everything is a ghost around here these days. It's a ghost town with people still living in it, against all reason. Despite all the pain in this town's history, the Pueblo did not have vanished. The airstrip went bankrupt. The company town buckled under guilt and exploitation. Even the first people here, all we have left of them is their graves. What about the dogs? Yeah, Ron, was the dog wild? Everything on that tape was wild. I just hope our ending isn't so dramatic. Maybe we can just decline peacefully into irrelevance, then one day stop, completely unnoticed. That sounds nice. It didn't look wild to me. I guess it's a matter of perspective. I'm not sure I agree. Now it's time for the weather. Thanks again, Ron. We're hanging on long past our expiration date. Well, the weather should be pretty wild. I can hear it for myself right now. Yeah, getting pretty intense out there. Do you get storms like this a lot? More and more. Right, of course. And then, of course, there's the actual ghost. All right, here's Elmo with the weather report. And like us, we also have Cyrano Cole, who stopped by to add some drama, musically. I hear he's going to be at the Rum Colony later tonight to get a cocktail after the show. So let's go live to Elmo for the weather report. Oh, is Elmo ready? I should make sure the camera's pointed in the right direction. Hey, I'm just gonna have a little bit of water. Hey, I could do this. I could write up my lyrics on slides and kind of performatively project them. Not the psychedelic liquid light stuff necessarily. Where do you get your supplies, Elmo? Ben is a guy in... Oh wait, you mean the projection stuff? I mail ordered these candle dyes. The other stuff is just mineral oil, like you can get at the drugstore. The projector? Somebody just left it here, man. Incredible. Actually, it was that girl who does the pirate video stuff, you know, jamming our signal. Weaver. Yeah, our resident ghost. Ghost, huh? You really think she's dead? Does it matter? Maybe not. I guess you're right. A ghost is just an absent person, whether they're dead or not. That's what I think. Hey, you think she'll get us tonight? It's about time, right? He's right, we're about due. Plus, Saturn's in retrograde. So I hear. Not that she keeps a strict schedule, but it's never longer than a month or two between. Oh, what does Mimi call them? I know they're bad for the general vibe around here, but can I be honest? Emily nods in mock gravity. I kinda like it when she busts in and takes over our signal. It's like a log falling on the road. Reminds you that this all used to be trees. Interventions. That's what Mimi calls it. How did she do it? Her performances were cool, though. I never saw her perform, but I heard about it. Oh yeah, I saw her do it a few times. I was into it. For a while, we thought she had a tower somewhere, but she's even jamming the local cable transmissions. She did lectures, right? Yeah, you could say that. I thought of them as storytelling sessions. She talked for hours and shuffled through slide after slide of shapes, numbers, weird constellations. Who knows what any of it meant? Ralph and Sherry went and checked every cable in town for, what would they call it? And this was her projector. Right. I don't know where she got it, though. It still works really well. I got a spare bulb at a resale shop, but I haven't had to use it yet. Taps, splices, injection sites, places where Weaver would be overriding our signal, they didn't find anything. It's a mystery. That's why it bothers people so much. But to me, that just makes it more dignified, somehow. What happened to the rest of her stuff? I bet her slides are still here in the studio. Maybe with the posters. Sherry has all Weaver's old notebooks, I know that. She keeps them in her archive, the big blue filing cabinet. With the daisies painted on them. Yeah, anyway, the really hard part is to find these two pieces of glass. They have to be paired very precisely. I had to get these from the clock store over in Glasgow. That's where they come from, clock faces. Thanks for the tips, dude. Anytime, dude. Ooh, looks like the ceiling panels are swelling a little. Oh god, staying water on the floor and a hole in my boot. Thanks, Elmo and Cyrano. So, next we have a selection from the video databank. You're gonna like this one, Maya. This one's about caves. Ooh. Yeah, local caves. We play this one a lot. It's pretty cool. Telephone rings. Oh, but we have a phone call. Should we get it now or should we wait? We'll get it now, okay? He presses a button on the telephone next to her. Hello, WEVP? I'm not going to read these. I'll just let the weird voice acting play in the background. Hope you all packed the lunch. Sounds like this is going to be a long one. They should be okay if I wander around a bit. Leave them to that. The couch is getting a little damp, but Ben and Bob don't seem to mind. Probably too wrapped up in the project. Bob had some theories about Weaver's broadcasts. He was considering how she might be tapping into our wires here in town. He built a model, like a proof of concept. This big metal box you could wire up and use to take over our signal. It actually worked. But the thing needed too much power to run. Even a car battery could only keep it going for a few seconds. Weaver's broadcast just loops and loops, sometimes for hours. Consolidated Power doesn't pay any attention to this town anymore, but they still have us on a strict energy budget. There's no way she plugged into the grid. Is that really happening? Are we going to get drenched? Cool, my socks are getting wet. I love to have wet socks. Someone, Mimi, I think, was tracking Weaver's appearances here. I have a bad feeling this situation won't last. Soon I'll be scrounging for a tarp to protect the video data bank. Wait, what's over here? She jot down the time and date whenever there was an intervention. Mimi hasn't been by in a few weeks though. When was the last one? Let's see what the notes say. Oh wait, she just wrote times, not dates. Well, that's not very helpful. They're all at night. I guess that's a pattern. Oh, and here's Ron's recipe for mac and cheese. 6 cups of milk? Decadent. Ugh. Yeah. Hey, babe. Hey, babe. A snap and then a chitter. Did you know, Weaver? A few cars and a car. Oh, really? Did you ever see her lectures? Chitters. Sounds amazing. I would have liked to see that. They make her sound so normal. Talk to anyone else and it's like she had a second head. One of our little mysteries, like the out-of-towner. A single enigmatic coup. Oh, really? Did you know him well? A couple caws and then a pause as if more are coming, but they never do. Wow, I had no idea. Whistles. So, who do you think did it? A single reassuring chitter. Of course, I hadn't considered that possibility. What a waste. Sad. Well, have fun. I'm going to see if Jeff is done. A chitter and a caw. Haha. Some people just need someone to talk to. Oh shit, the line's dead. Phone lines are such a mess up here. Hello? Was that the storm or was it the damn phone lines? Man, they're really flaky. Business as usual. He has a really soothing voice. That's Jeff. He's a regular caller. He's asleep. Maya indicates Ronnie is falling asleep in his chair. Oh, well, let him sleep. Okay, well, let's play the tape. This is cave art. It's a classic around here. I'm excited. Looks like Mo's got this one all queued up. Way to go, Mo. I should let Maya enjoy the tape. So if Weaver is a ghost by some agreed upon definition of mechanics, that means WEVP-TV is haunted. Should we be doing something about that? Aren't you supposed to, like, have an exorcism or something? I mean, you can't just leave a place haunted. That would be negligence. I'd miss her, though. I guess there are good ghosts and bad ghosts, like spiders. Good in the garden, bad in the shower. A loud crashing noise from outside wakes Ron up. What the hell? What was that? I'll check it out. Yikes. Should we go help? Oh, no, Oh, the tape is over. What did you think? That was great. Yeah, I like that one. Oh no! That sounded pretty close. Oh no, is the power out or just lights? I don't know, I'll take a look. Maybe a fuse blew in a relay or something. Some scared rat chewed a wire. Abandoned ship! Just kidding. Guess I'll take a look around and see if anything's smoking. These are all, just musings. Okay. Summer vacation ghost town. So what else isn't it? It's up to me to figure out what's going on here. Is that no, of course not. If it survives the night. I can see outlines. Incredible how dark it gets in here. I wonder if that weird humming on wire still shows up when the power's out. Of course I can't check because the oscilloscope isn't working. That's the thing about real mysteries, you can't even trust your instruments. Feels like feathers. Oops, sorry Mo. How are you holding up? I know you hate the dark. What else I got left? Not even gonna think about the videotaping. It's fine. It's fine. If the storm just wiped the town off the map, where would everybody go? Would Elmo disappear into the woods or go down to the Echo River and ply his trade there? They have weather down there, right? I wonder if the projector floats. Poor thing, she's soaked. Are you having trouble with... Oh, I spoke too soon. I thought your power was out. Yeah, it just came back on. Weird. Good, though. You made it in this storm. Oh, I'd never miss the evening broadcast. To be honest, it's the only time I get to share my work. I wonder how many people even tune in at this point. Is she just reading her poetry to us here in the studio? Sure, of course. That's great. What's pouring out there? Yeah. I think they have some paper towels over by the set. Oh, thank you. Well, ready to go? Ready. Okay, the ceiling is falling apart. Doesn't bode well for the roof. Oh, some of the studio wiring is in puddles now. That's dangerous, right? Nobody else seems concerned about it. Okay, I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that. Yeah, this is not good. Now we enter the cultural section of tonight's program. Did you fix it? It just came back on its own. It'll just take a second for the equipment to warm back up and we'll be on the air again. Spooky. It's a disaster out there. The neighbors' barn is basically underwater. Wow, so just completely flooded. I passed Ron on the way in. He's going to take a look and see if there's anything he can do. Will they be okay? Ron knows what he's doing. He used to be a firefighter. It's a little bit different though, right? I guess. Nikki hands some wet paper towels to Rita. Oh, thanks. Nikki pulls the journal out of her jacket pocket. I brought my work. Oh, good. Nikki reads her poetry. It's a weekly feature of our broadcast. Oh, great. I look forward to hearing it. Yeah, I just hope that we can keep going. We lost power a little while before, right? Better get started then. The camera reading. The out-of-towner. What eagle flew you to your final bed? It was not men who brought you there to sleep. The men who left you bloodied then and fled, had chosen mud and muddy watered creek. Did wild turkeys gobble, dote and care, and wipe the moss beneath your eyelids clear? Did cardinals pull the twigs out from your hair, and wash your hands and feet, and trim your beard? When wood ducks dressed you in your resting gown, and pigeons fashioned shoes from leaves and bark, who then sewed flowers into a burial crown? The one who made your headdress was a hawk. The men who broke your body, where were they? The vultures stayed home on your funeral day. Emily, look at the monitor. Dude, be quiet. We're live right now. No, we're not. Look. That's not our broadcast. Damn, there she is. Elmo was right. What's wrong? It's her, Weaver. Oh, really? Tonight? Sorry about this, Maya. What's going on? Local prankster. She jams our signal every once in a while, whenever the stars align. Prankster? Not the word I would use. Damn. So, what do you do about it? Just wait until she's done. We've never been able to stop her from jamming us. Don't even know how she does it. We should be back on in a minute, though. Don't worry. I guess losing power is one way to unjam the signal. Is that the end? My controller was rumbling a little. Oh, that's the end of the interlude. Well, it's not quite 2 yet, so let's go right into Act 5, shall we? Act 5, Scene 1. A town. Ah, the morning after the flood. Seems to be ripples from like the middle of the screen. Oh, there's a dead horse down there. That's everything, right? How did this all fit in that truck? It's bigger on the inside. I think it rained. Rained a lot, I mean. The worms are going to be out for sure. Oh, someone dropped something. Have you ever heard a worm sing? They only sing if they trust you without reservation. The worm song is completely unique. Wow, what do you think they sing about? Probably just dirt. Precisely. I don't want to hold this stuff any further until we know exactly where we're going. I knew a TARDIS reference would probably wake someone up. It just happened to be Peter. I'll go scout ahead. It was a nice morning for a walk, but a bit muddy. You know what's interesting about this so far? Every part of the conversation has been a choice so far. Oh, that's right. So I'm controlling this firefly that the cat is chasing. If I remember correctly, in this act, I am the cat. And this is how we control where the cat goes. And the whole thing is kind of like, it's circular. You just keep walking around in a circle, and time passes. And you may notice that there are ghosts that keep walking around. This is a very odd act. Jorge scanned the shelf. He quickly found the book he was looking for. There were only a few dozen left. More shelves than books now. The result of an experiment called the New Selection. Privately, he called it the Purge. Ah, look, and I can select book or I can select Purge. The Crystal Age, anonymous, a fairly recent publication. Or he flipped through the pages for a minute. The binding was stiff. Man, this whole game is very experimental in parts. Fraser didn't trust anonymity, an almost pathological need to see everything clearly and plainly, transparency. Fraser proposed and executed experiments just like any other community member, but his experiments had a scorched earth quality. They were all destructive. He moved from one area of community life to the next in search of excess to cut back. Lately, he turned his scythe to the library. The new selection meant decimating their store of books according to Fraser's own inscrutable criteria. Now we are guaranteed something vital every time we take a book from the shelves. No more time lost to printed chaff. Fraser's colorless voice echoed in Jorge's mind. He felt like spitting. Instead, he tucked the book under his arm and set off for the woods. Fraser can bite me. Ah. And I can talk to people. Greeting meow. Oh, hi, kitty. Where do you come up from, huh? Follow a bird up here? These folks, the ones who built this thing, they chase birds too. What happens if I meow again under? Intrigued meow. Really? That's what they wrote. Right. They followed some migrating birds up here from Central America. I think I could spend a lot of time just meowing at people. Somewhere up to Florida. And then here. Well, like most creatives, in this act I have to follow my muse. Oh, he is a deep sleeper. Yeah, listen to that. It's making me a bit sleepy. Oh yeah, the rhythm of his breathing. It's nice, hypnotic. Shannon breathes in slowly. Shannon breathes out slowly. Yeah, here's what I don't like though, because as an eavesdropper, Homer farts. As an eavesdropper, oh well, I don't have any way to make the dialogue go at my own pace, so I gotta wait for it. What kind of fish are those? Huh. Should I say they were free? They're goldfish. They eat algae and mosquito eggs. Very helpful. I'm surprised they survived the storm, actually. It was pretty bad, as you can see. Devastating, I should say. We're just dropping something off here. Oh, well, you better hurry up. They might already be gone. Good luck. I'm off to work on my poem. Is it happy or sad? Come by this evening. Hear it for yourself. Go to the church. Not really. There's another one of them ghosts. Six or seven men stood in the sun about a dozen yards from the ditch, and he could hear them laughing. He tried not to hear them. Instead, he listened to the shovel punching through the dirt as he shaped the trench. It was wet dirt, mud really. It made a hungry sound as he shaped the trench walls. Glare from the noon sun made his sinuses tingle. The trench was a foot wide now. By the time he was done, he expected it to be about twice that, and run most of the way from the middle of town over to where it could drain off into the creek. Laughter quieted into greedy chuckles, and he could feel the men approaching. It's a house. Is that Mo? It is Mo. Hello, Mo. Elmo gave Rita a tour of the cameras and wiring. She just been through a certificate program on public broadcasting at the community college, so no surprises there. Nikki showed her the video databank. James demonstrated the Sandin image processor. Ron came barreling in with an urgent expression. Rita had entered the public broadcasting program at Fishtrap Lake Community and Technical College with a vague desire to be a newscaster. One of her instructors got her excited about pirate television. She followed threads through TV and activist communities until she found herself here somehow, volunteering at WEVP TV. It wasn't quite the radical guerrilla television crew she dreamed of joining. This group seemed more interested in sharing the town's home movies than culture jamming and interfering with corporate stations, but she liked that focus on local concerns. Ron's news was clearly bad news. Rita's heart sank a little as they listened. She knew things were unraveling, knew from experience what that looked like. But as she listened to Ron detail the power company's sudden withdrawal from town affairs, she heard other possibilities. She studied their faces and found concern for sure, but also something like relief, hope, an awakening of play. Nikki looked like she might have been daydreaming. These were people, Rita decided, ready to step out of the company's shadow and build something of their own. Ron said the TV station would still be funded by court order. Could that be their anchor? This is the TV studio. Damn. Yeah, it got destroyed in that storm. No, it's 1:57. Yeah, it's probably a good time to pause and go over to OBS and go boop, and then we will go over and I'll put some jazz on as I break. Jazz. Jazz. Raw deep for you. Press the wrong button. Copy jazz. Why don't we do this one? Okay, well, I'll be back in about 5 or so. Enjoy your break, folks. turn. Let's just turn it up. Boom. Okay. We'll do more jazz. Oh, pardon me. We'll do more jazz next break. Okay, so turn the display capture on. Bring chat back up. And we'll continue with Kentucky Route Zero. Yeah. Pardon me. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Why? Oh, yeah. Controller turned off. That would be, there we go. Oh, yeah, she's just got a little banged up a little in the storm. I'll have her up and running again by this afternoon, I'm sure. Can I fly it? Well, how's your upper body strength? It's good, really good. This old girl is operated by pulleys. I mean, 100% mechanical. Well, except for the throttle. I could do that. I admire your confidence, young man. Yep, just a little bent metal. I'll have her skyworthy again in a matter of hours. Wow. I've been doing this a long time, kiddo. Something to look at. At first, they only observed the truck from a distance. It was an alien carcass, something that made more sense in death than in life. The company had dropped it off in the middle of the day when everyone was at the plant. They let it sit overnight, alone and strange. Nicky thought it was ridiculous, but Ron approved. To Elmo, the truck was simply beautiful. The truck reminded him of New York City, which he'd visited once by bus and which had made a great impression on him, especially the mountains of garbage that dotted the sidewalks. The truck didn't smell yet, but it would, a glorious patina built up over decades of progress and labor. Of course, there was nowhere to drive it. Even Ron conceded that. Everyone had to agree this was money and attention that would have been better spent addressing the town's drainage problems, maybe finally getting started on that damn messianic ditch. Pardon me. Still, they had a few things to dispose of. Broken flower pots, empty glass bottles, clothes that didn't fit anymore. They gradually fell into the habit of collecting waste and carrying it to the truck. Once a month, some shadows would come in from the night woods and haul the garbage away on a cart. So get the feeling that the reason this place is flooded is they don't have adequate drainage. Wanda snores softly. Cheerful meow. Wanda sleeps peacefully. Paints and chalk in the small bag, diary in the large bag, stuffed dog in the small bag, photograph of Chris in the large bag. No, in the small bag, Sandra couldn't decide. Should she keep the photo of her husband, or should Alex keep the photo of his father? She wrapped the diary in a towel before stuffing it into her bag, feeling slightly silly doing it. Fraser had been on a tear collecting all written material as community property lately. She set everything down, closed her eyes, massaged her temples, and wondered not for the first time how Fraser had consolidated so much invisible power so quickly. How had he done it? How had he in fact done anything at all to claim this incredible lattice of influence? Or had they simply blindly given it to him? Man, there are ghosts everywhere. Think it'll rain anymore? Nah. I don't see any clouds. Hell, it'll probably rain anyhow. Just our luck. Assertive meow. Oh, really? Confident meow. He thinks it's going to rain again tomorrow. Ha! Nah. I don't know, man. Animals have a sense for the weather. She's painting something. Oh. Well, there's a dead horse. Man, that's some flooding. Querulous meow. They must have been pretty nice pigs if they let you ride them like that. Oh, look at the ghost in the background. I made myself as light as a feather and they didn't even know I was there. Then what happened? Then I found the library of television. The sound was deafening. There were so many voices. I kept hearing my name, but I couldn't figure out which TV set it was coming from. Sounds scary, but also kind of cool. I'll never go there again, but you should check it out. I was traveling with some strange companions for a while too, but not as strange as yours. There was a strange woman who I think was a witch. She gave me a magical amulet for protection, but I lost it. By far, my most memorable companions were the Martians. They were silly and lazy and I think a little drunk, but I found them charming in their own way in the end. I hung out with an old dog and some musicians. Wow, I'm jealous, but I won't let it ruin our friendship. Well, maybe I'll see you at the museum sometime. I bet you'll see me sooner than that. Ah, Ezra's made a friend. These folks, the ones who built this thing, they chased birds too. Oh, isn't that what she said last time? Intrigued meow. Really? That's what they wrote? They found... Yeah. Huh. Maybe I haven't triggered what I need to get that to change. So you'll notice like Ezra has been multiple places. As we make the loop of town, time passes. Like, see, Mo's still here, but the others have gone. Greeting meow. Eager chittering. Affirmative meow. An agreeable caw. Friendly meow. A short coo. Negative meow. Chittering dismissively. Inquisitive meow. Confused coo. Doubtful meow. Soft chitters. Curious meow. Inquisitive caw. Confident meow. Hurt chitters. Will this ever end? Yeah, there we go. Well, no one there. Oh, she's up, no longer sleeping. Dun, 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 dun. She's moved along in her painting. This shouldn't have happened. We should have prepared better. All of us. But most of all, that damn company who built this place and left it only half built when they pulled out of town. Damn shame. Junebug and Johnny strained to hear the noises coming from the well. It's like two people talking, but not to each other. Maybe they're on the phone. You think the truck's okay down there? It's lost, but they don't seem to mind. I'm being ignored. Now you'll return to Chicago? Ah. Oh no, I'm... Eventually, I was thinking I'd just drive for a while. I've had enough driving. Yeah, all night you said, right? Hey, look what I found. Is that a toy? It's a pipe, I think. Super ancient. It's probably 1,000 years old. The people who made these mounds, they used to carve these. Why did they build this huge dirt spiral? Oh, something's caught in my throat. Boo. Most of these ancient earthworks are thought to be burial mounds, but this one definitely isn't. To be honest, I don't know what it was for. Oh, are they going to be gone by the time I go back up there? Dun, da, 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 da. Go, cat, go. Oh, now they're gone. Boo! Oh, I see. He's winching the horse up. Ah, here we go. Wait. Let's just go here. So, not too sad. I'm eavesdropping. I don't be dropping no eaves, sir. No, I think I should be happy. Right. It's a remembrance. Right. Like a monument. Pardon me. Totally. So they should be represented with dignity and respect, of course. Of course. But not to the point where it makes everyone feel they have to be serious when they're standing under it. Does that make sense? No, yeah, it definitely does. I think I have an idea. Great. I'll just dig in. Thanks, Marianne. Happy to help. Marianne and the rest here on Gilligan's Isle. So like the well, it is kind of cool how the well's in the center and you can kind of shoot off wherever you want around town. Hey, they're all here. Huh, well here we go. Everybody, 5 Dogwood Drive. We finally arrived. Well, the mailbox says 5 Dogwood Drive. Of course, that was a choice I made. Is there a doormat? Sometimes a key is under a doormat. What am I saying? Strange to say, but I feel like I've been here before. Anyone else? It just showed up, the house. When? Sometime last night, I think. I've never noticed it before. Well, that's creepy. Nobody lives here? Well, somebody ordered some furniture. It's actually quite spacious. Yeah, you could fly a plane in here. Nice. Real nice. What this town needs is a kitchen. Oh yeah, somewhere to cook all the beans. You eat a lot of beans? I'm sure we can find a few other ingredients. Mushrooms don't grow here because there's too much light. It's a good life for reading, though. What would you read? There's so much history here. Maybe some books from the Old Town Library could be salvaged. I could set up a new workshop here. I could fix TVs again or whatever people need. Hell, I could fix toasters. You know what this place is? It's a big doghouse. That's a lot of house for one old dog. Surely we can find a use for all this furniture, though. I kind of feel like I'm on stage right now, actually. Know what I mean, man? Yeah, but who's the audience? Everybody's leaving. You think more people will come after these people leave? I guess we'll be the first. We saved what we could. Hey, cat, I'll race you. Come here to that pile of mail, okay? What's this? Curious meow. Oh man, it's totally broken. Inquisitive meow. Waterlogged tapes might still play, who knows? But all the VCRs are shot. Sad meow. I don't even know where to put all this. I hate to call it trash. I wonder if that garbage truck still works. Let's go over here. So finally it just gave away. But you did good work. It's not your fault. They didn't let you finish, that's all. If they let you finish, oh, forget about it. This place would be as dry as a bone. You always did good work. Inquisitive meow. It's a memorial. Hey cat, I'll race you. Here's that pile of mail, okay? Affirmative meow. Come stand here. This is the starting line. Ready? Get set. Go! All right. Aw, it's no shame to lose. I'm a fast runner. Nice little setup you got here. I wish I had a space like this to work on the bike. What do you know about motorcycles? I've always admired them from afar. No, above. How's the plane looking anyway? Oh, I'll have her up and running again this afternoon. No problem. Just a couple bends in the wrong places. Well, it's just like I have all the parts here. Difficult to mail order with no roads. To tell you the truth, I've long suspected the reason Cass never wanted any roads here was just to keep the horses safe. And now... Marianne clears her throat. Inquisitive meow. Well, hello. Marianne nudges Wanda gently. Wanda, time to wake up. Curious meow. Nope, dead to the world. Probing meow. Let's try again later, I guess. So how did you all get food out here? General cooing. How'd they manage that? A few chitters. Why? A detailed series of chitters. Yeah, okay. Will you stick around to help? One confident caw. You're right. I'll think about it. Who's this here? All I can read is better days. They put their better days to rest here? I wonder whose better days we're talking about anyway. And you, my friend, are you looking for a place to rest? This is as good a place as you will find, I think. The seer reclined high in a tree, carving fine details into a small wooden pipe. She'd done the bulk of the carving over hazy mornings with the stoneworker. He smoked constantly. She only smoked when she was happy, or very sad, or bored. From this height, she could see the earth movers shaping the mounds under the draftsman's supervision. She could see him inspecting his plan, the drawing he'd made from her game, the map. Oh, look. There's one ghost sitting cross-legged on this mound here. Does it work? I don't know. I think you wind it here. No, it doesn't work. I could probably fix it. Oh, you could definitely fix it, man. And then you'd have a new robot friend. Must have enjoyed that. Well, thanks for stopping by, Ryu. Enjoy yourself. Then they'd have a new robot friend. Clyde lay on his back on the runway, hands folded behind his head halfway between dreams and the afternoon sun. He entertained the momentary delusion that he'd survived a plane crash. He was vaguely unhappy when the dream faded. Coming into land, he'd slammed into a truck. The driver probably thought the runway was another road. The roads were full of trucks coming and going these days, filling the town with strangers but he couldn't remember any more of the dream. It was fading quickly and irretrievably in that uniquely frustrating death of past dreams. Hey, Shane's here. How you doing, Shane? All the state said they wanted was to knock down some trees, many trees, and build a road tying the small town to the larger web of streets and highways that entombed the rest of the country. It would bring in new goods, new people, maybe even some cash from tourism. Many of the residents supported the idea. But Clyde and his inner circle of stunt pilots turned mail carriers knew that a road would be the end of their secluded paradise. Greeting, meow. Whoa, look at Shannon go. Screech! Oh, hi, kitty. Shanny, meow. Yes, it's a beautiful day. I guess the weather was pretty bad last night, though. Confident, meow. You're a chatty one, aren't you? Fanciful, meow. Sure, whatever you say. Curt, meow. All right, well, take it easy. Okay, no one around here, although there is a rug now here. Have I Kentuckied successfully? Well, this is the final act of the game. It's a short act. Let's see, what's the time? Probably won't finish it before the final break, just at the rate I'm going, but you never know, might do. And then there is one final interlude after the game is over. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end. You've kind of arrived for the grand finale. It does have a beautiful little finale. I mean the interlude at the end is its own thing, but the finale of Act 5 is pretty cool. Touching, I think, is a good word. Would you believe it came to me in a dream? Huh. One of those dreams where you're lost somewhere kind of familiar and anonymous, like a bus terminal. Everyone else knows where to go, but you're really confused. You're holding some instructions or a map or something, but you can't read it. And you look up and there it is. Sorry, I don't know why I told you that. It's nice. What's it for? They're going to put this up on the old barn as part of the ceremony. I'm honored, to tell you the truth. No, miss, they don't scare me at all. If you met them, you'd feel the same way, I'm sure. I don't believe old Jorge would ever hurt us. He's kind and a bit of a bookworm as far as I can tell. Sometimes Rita finds a book from the old library and we leave it out for him. I think he likes that. Well, wouldn't you? I guess you must keep pretty busy. Ooh, this is a tough one. Yeah, because we're getting to the point where we have to decide, like, our character is going to try and stay here? Are they going to go on? I think Clara should go home, really. I really think that Ezra should leave with Johnny and Junebug, and I think Shannon should stay here with Homer. That's how I'm thinking. We'll see if it plays out that way. Should go home to Lithuania. Oh, sure, there's always so much to do at home. That seems to be the one place we're always needed. Yeah, you're making the right move. There's nothing here anymore for the living. Choppy seas today, Captain. Aye, Captain. Let's reinforce the sails. Waffles for any weather. A bunch of nice birds over here. Yeah. There's some people. Yeah, I'd be worried about that too. Well, and it isn't just the rodents. The floors are mostly rotted, I think. You'd fall right through. I'm surprised they're still standing after last night. All the buildings? No, most of them have good bones. It's just these ones the power company built that are rotten. Oh, okay. Yeah, the power company moved in here a while back and set it up like their own little town. For the workers. But they didn't build them too good, huh? It's garbage. They couldn't be bothered. I lived in that one over there, in fact, when I first came here to work in the power plant. Oh, yeah? I wouldn't set foot in there now, though. Huh. Some of these are really old. Maybe we should open them. Scolding meow. He says not to open other people's mail, kid. I know what he said. What if they're not even here to open it themselves? I won't tell a soul. I thought I heard like a ding dong or something. Oh, must be the music from that radio. Seems to be getting into the evening now. Yeah, I think we're closing in on the end. Heavier than they look. Sure, everyone's heavier after they passed. It's only natural. The spirit has no weight. In fact, it lifts us up a little. Greeting, meow. Oh, it's you again. Friendly meow. Yeah, well, feel free to pitch in. I'm sure this would go a lot quicker with two of us on it. Argumentative meow. Busy, huh? Well, left a sunbeam unslept in? Parting meow. Suit yourself. I'll be here. You know how long you have to be asleep before you can start dreaming? Sometimes I think I'm dreaming even when I'm awake. Entirely possible. Even if you never go to sleep, you'll start dreaming on your feet. The people who built this library were always experimenting. They took nothing for granted, even sleep. They called themselves the people of nothing, fearless experimenters. Whenever I make a decision, I never know what's going to happen next. Is that an experiment? I guess you could also call that playing, right? You'd fit right in here. Sure, it's a mess right now, but there's some residual energy from those fearless experimenters that I don't think will ever dissipate. I don't think I'd want to live in a place like this. Junebug and Johnny walk up. Oh, hi. What's good, little dude? We were talking about experiments. Friends of yours? Yep, we travel together. Yes. Ron dug a grave. This book's in pretty good shape. The City of Ladies. Interesting. Curious meow. No, I've never read it either. Inquisitive meow. Good question. Let's take a look. Here we go. Minerva, Circe, Sappho. And some ladies from the Bible. Nosy meow. I think they all get together and build a city. Sounds nice. I'll get us a bus ticket, eh? And ever since then, I've just been treating it like a little cafe for the town. Everybody pitches in? People have to look out for each other here. It's always been that way. Those 3 gal pals are roommates. Yes, 100% roommates. Back before the power company pulled out, I was in fear of my life half the time. Well, I know I'm not sticking around. You think you'll do anything with this place? Hey, people got to eat, right? Well, some people. I think I chose the wrong thing because I was thinking about the wrong person there. Talking. And there's no going back. 3A, lay paper flat. 3B, bring bottom left corner up to top right corner. 3C, crease with firm steady pressure along diagonal fold. Nikki applied only gentle pressure. Looser flowers felt more alive. She rolled her wrists. It was the 6th hour of her assigned company store shift, and she'd made dozens of flowers. Ron had bought a bouquet and cleaned out their stock that afternoon. 11. Repeat steps 4A to 7 for each petal, taking care not to rip the filaments from step 9. The company store used to have a dedicated staff until the civic responsibility plan a few years back. Now everyone took 1 or 2 shifts a week on a mandatory volunteer basis. Mandatory fun. A commotion outside caught Nikki's attention. Men yelling, blows landing. She put down her work and stepped out just in time to see the crowd disperse. Curious meow. Something brown scurries up the side of the tree. No, we'll continue. This surprised meow. A squirrel? Too fast to tell. A cat shouldn't be chasing squirrels. That's a dog thing. Homer is far too old for that. Clyde and Cass sat cross-legged in the shade of a light aircraft, Cass shuffling cards and Clyde absently flipping through a stack of unopened letters. Cass played cards and told fortunes with the same deck. Sometimes she'd switch it up mid-game or mid-definition till you never knew whether you were winning or losing, or if good luck in the game might mean bad luck in some other part of your life. She'd predicted the decline of the circus, of course, and of course nobody had believed her. There were 3 Dervish brothers. 2 were women. The oldest had flown a reconnaissance plane at the tail end of the war, then returned home to teach his younger sisters the art of trick flying. None of them were gifted pilots, but they were fearless. Demand for aerial stunts having faded almost completely, and many of their company having died or aged out of the profession, Clyde and Cass found for their remaining pilots a steady flow of contract work, delivering mail to remote rural areas, but this place was abandoned. Cass's cards predicted they'd be here for quite a while. 2:55. Okay. I'm going to pause. I'll take my final break of the day. Where's OBS? OBS. We'll put display capture off. I'll put the jazz back on. The jazz. And I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Enjoy. Okay, well, let's turn that off. Go back here. We'll turn the display capture on. We'll go over to chat. And then let's finish up Kentucky Route Zero. Woo! Yay! Woo! Hope y'all had a good break. Enjoying the Yaz. My preview window's a little behind where I am, but that's okay. Hey, the plane's good. As I was looking at it. Oh, here we go. Oh wait, is it only gonna... Yeah, it only seems to go when I ran away, but if I run back now, I'll keep going. Huh, weird. Oh well. Off this way. Do 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 do. Oh damn, there he goes. Can we go after him? In the bushes? Yeah. After the raccoon? Yeah. No. But it's probably full of thorns. Yeah, but raccoon. It's not happening. Okay, okay. Oh, don't pout. Tell you what, if that raccoon comes back into town, we'll leave some food out for him. Yes, ma'am. Hey. Hey, don't run in the graveyard. Why not? I think their models are stuck. It's... People are trying to rest. Annoyed meow. Agreed. Yeah, that's definitely a bit of a glitchy glitch. As opposed to all the other glitches, you know? Damn, he's digging that all on his lonesome. This weather makes you kind of wish it never stopped raining. Yeah, that's what happens here. It rains like crazy, and then the sun comes out, and everything bakes. Humidity just goes. It's that damn heat. Got it in my bones now. It feels like I won't ever get it out. Maybe I ought to keep digging till I get to the cold earth so they can rest. Maybe I ought to stick to the traditional depth, out of respect. Is that respect to treat them like us, or is it more respectful to treat them like what they were? God knows they're way more than one person. Any person. Just got so deep so fast. Shouldn't have been that deep there, and I know who to blame, I tell you what. If those greedy sons of bitches had finished that drainage ditch when they were supposed to. Well, I should put some of that bile into digging these holes. Oh, Julian's here. I really like this knife. It has an aura. Know what I mean? An aura. Yeah, like it wasn't exactly used to cut apples. It's meant for greater things. Yes, ma'am. Oh, wait, is that Ezra over there? It is. Silly boy. Hand me that rag, would you? The one with the brain and bird on it? This one. Does it have a bird on it? I think so. Don't you know what a bird looks like? Yeah, but it's pretty small. I thought it was some letters. I guess that could be a bird on there. Well, it's a rag, ain't it? As long as it's a rag, I guess it'll work for mop and sweat. Yeah, it's a rag for sure. God, yeah, that's rough work. All right, man, let's see what you got. This one looks like it might still play. Oh, Bill Monroe, great. Yeah, we had a few of his. Man, this is a barnstormer. Popular? They used to be, but then the jukebox started to wear down. The longer it would run, the slower it would play. And then these weird echoes would start to come in. Like the music was leaking and just pooling up in the bottom somewhere until everything was drowning. After a few hours, no matter what you put in that jukebox, it'd come out strange, wrong. I don't know, that sounds pretty cool to me, man. I even lived in there for a bit. No way. Yeah, too drafty. I moved that one winter and never looked back. It gets cold? Sure, when the sun is down. Nice old church, though. Really nice. Could make a nice workshop. There you go. Ah, more furniture has been set up. There's Emily. And Junebug. And Rita never got as many bands to come up here as she would have liked, I think, but it was always a blast. Whoa, look at this. Emily pulls a videotape out of the rubble. The label's all muddy. Oh, this is Rita's tape. I should get this to her. Maybe she can clean it up. Emily pulls a piece of slate adorned with a partial circuit diagram out of the rubble. Yeah, I've got one of those. It's some kind of image filter. I think the ceremony is around dusk. Yeah, we'll stick around. Nowhere to be. Where are you flying to? Flying? Ha! I'm just checking to see if everything's working okay. You could fly her somewhere if you wanted to, though, right? Of course. Ah, itchy head. So why don't you? Here we go. Keep your distance now. He's not. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's not taking off. I should meow disapprovingly at him if I could. Huh. Well, there's Shannon. Let's go over. Curious meow. Oh, I don't know. Just a bunch of old stuff. It's hard to imagine someone ordering this. Like these things specifically. Why these things? This folding rocking chair. It's nice, but it's so peculiar. Someone really wanted this chair. This chair. Now we're setting it all up, trying to reverse engineer this person we never met. I kind of feel like we are that person. We are making that person right now, together. Reassuring meow. Yeah, thanks. That helps. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Who did you say it was, brother? Who was it fell by the way? When whiskey and blood run together. Did you hear anyone pray? I didn't hear nobody pray, dear brother. I didn't hear nobody pray. I heard the crash on the highway, but I didn't hear nobody pray. When I heard the crash on the highway, I knew what it was from the start. I went to the scene of destruction, and the picture was stamped on my heart. There was whiskey and blood all together, mixed with glass where they lay. Death played her hand in destruction, but I didn't hear nobody pray. I wish I could change the sad story that I'm now telling you. There's no way I can change it. Or somebody's life's now through. Wonder if he's talking about Miguel. Their soul has been called by the master. They died in a crash on the way. And I heard the groans of the dying, but I didn't hear nobody pray. I didn't hear nobody pray, dear brother. I didn't hear nobody pray. I heard the crash on the highway. Is this cycling now? But I didn't hear nobody pray. One more time. Yeah, I think that's it. How many circles are we going to do of this town? Wow. Seems to be working okay. Julian's going to love this. Who? Excited meow. Yeah, it's amazing. Well, this looks like sundown. Ah, there's something going on. Part 5, Addendum, Notes on Soil. Fragrant loam. Reminds me of the potted fern Marianne used to keep on the front desk. Where did she get the soil? Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces, right? I can spot you easy now. We've had our eyes on this site for years. All right, well, don't set up shop just yet, huh? Ron's not there anymore. Oh, look at that. Ah. Ringing the bell. This might be the finale now. Oh no, drowned kitty. Yep, here we go. Finale time. Hey y'all, thanks for sticking around for this. I know we've all got places to. Well, if anybody still needs somewhere to go, be sure and speak up, okay? I think Ron's heading through the woods tonight, back to the road if you want a caravan. You staying, Em? Yeah, sure, I'll stay. I think we can build something here again. This place has good bones. For right now, though, we've got some friends to bury. The neighbors. Nikki has a poem and I have a song. If anyone wants to say anything, though, I'll go first. The neighbors were kind, gentle, beautiful horses. They used to go on walks with the silver one out in the woods by... Why didn't anybody ever give them names? The silver one, well, I guess he was gray, but his coat looked silver in the light, so I always called him that in my head. And the other one is the other one, and I love these horses, but you'd never know it if you heard me talk about them like that. So I'm sorry, silver one and other one. Sorry I don't have better names for you. You deserved better names. Also sorry I'm so bad at this. Anybody else have anything to say? I was thinking about when all those canned carrots showed up in the mail. You all remember that? Somebody was calling around with some canned carrots they wanted to be rid of. I guess Consolidated Power got word of it. So these cans of carrots showed up in the mail and we didn't know where they came from at first. I tried some out. No flavor to them. Some of them were gray. Just awful. Rita said that's still okay to eat. Like sometimes carrots just lose their color if they sit in the can too long. But nobody wanted them, really. Well, Aunt Connie came on TV with a message like, hope the horses are enjoying their treat. We thought, okay, these are for the neighbors. Sure, horses love carrots, right? But the neighbors wouldn't touch them, wouldn't even look at them. You'd think they were canned rocks. We opened a couple dozen and set them all out by the water trough, and they were still there a day later. Even the raccoons steered clear. And then, of course, Consolidated sent us an invoice for every can we'd opened. Already made it out in company script. How do you like that? I've got something to say. I just want to say these horses used to crap on my floors, but it never bothered me too much. I never mentioned it to anyone. I didn't want to make a thing out of it. But if we were clearing the air, well, that happened, and it's okay. I mean, recently, too. I was cleaning up horse crap just a couple days ago, but I'm saying it was okay. It would have been okay if any of you wanted to crap on my floors. I just want to say that. I would have cleaned up after any of you if you crapped on my floor. Thanks, Ron. Okay, I guess we better move on. Nikki, you ready? Thanks for sticking around. Like Emily said, it's so good to have you all here for this. I think the neighbors would have liked this. All of us gathered here, they like to be around people. Maya, you and our other visitors might not know about the out-of-towner. He came here to work for the company, to dig a ditch, and the company worked him good and hard and for less than he was worth, but it wasn't enough. They had to use him up completely. After that, we became ungovernable, first out of shame, then grief, then anger. This is a poem for the neighbors, but it's also for this town. Yeah, we're going to bury this town today when we bury these horses. It's the same thing. We're going to bury these horses, and what do you think will happen next? We'll all walk out into the woods and leave this place empty. No, I guess some of us might stay and build again. That's all right. It couldn't be me. But to try is your birthright. If you do stay, you'll be building on top of a grave. But that's true anywhere. The whole world is built on top of graves. Look for me under your boot soles, as the fella says. Nikki clears her throat and begins reading from the paper she's holding. I think the grass will never grow again. Here where it grew so sweet, now only clay will rise to meet the morning air. Who would eat grass now when our neighbors sleeping lay? Nikki's hands tremble a bit as she reads from the paper. Our neighbors were the best of us, of course. It's always so. Our better selves, clear of ourselves, where we can see their glory grow. They glow now underground, our friends, with love. To greener pastures we might say but lie. Where friends have gone, we hope one day to go. Below the earth in damp and torchlit caves. Some other cherished fools will build their home. Then we buried the horses.
I've heard of a land of joy and peace and wonderful life, a beautiful place of mansions fair and skies so bright, where all who believe the Savior dear forever shall stay. And having been saved by grace divine, I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. Yes, dear, the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to Him and never to stray, just singing praises all day long. I'm going that way. Well, glorious news I tell and sing as onward I go, for those who are still astray in sin, my Savior may know. I want them to sing that praise above some beautiful day. For glory to Him who died for me, I'm going that way. I know I shall meet Him at the gate when trials are past. I know I shall meet Him face to face in glory at last. Oh, I believe that when we meet, well done, He'll say, while trusting my soul redeemed in love. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. I'm going that way. Yes, dear, the Savior I adore is with me each day. I'm clinging to Him and never to stray, just sing praises all day long. I'm going that way.
I remember the first time I saw that and noticed all the ghosts popping up. It's like moving, but it's also kind of eerie. Oh, yeah, Emily, Ben, and Bob. They're the ones who were playing the game in Act 1 and looking at the Lula Chamberlain's art in the first interlude. Yeah, they always seem to travel together. Seems they're going to the 5 Dogwood Drive. And here comes Junebug and Johnny. There's Ezra. Shannon. And Lola, was it? Nothing's happening here. Let's go see. They're looking at, interesting. Wonder if I should have waited a little longer. If I could have seen them say their goodbyes. And that's the end. But there is one final interlude. The death of the hired man. Which I believe, that was mentioned before, wasn't it? Like either by Conway or it was in a flashback or something. Can't quite remember. Mexico. Oh, I see. That's what she said. I can change the channels. Damn. Oh, she's been there before. Sounds so far away. She lived there for years. Is this Lula they're talking about? Probably. Why'd she come back? Ask her. Sometimes it's hard to get a straight answer. So I recall. Well, that old girl's trouble anyhow. I'll tell her you said so. Is Harry the bartender? I think he was. She'd wear it with pride. She would, wouldn't she? How's business? Shitty. Heh. Sure, you laugh. Sorry, Harry. You laugh, but where will you go to sit and talk all day when they shut this place down? Oh, I appreciate the steaks. It'd be a different story if someone bought a drink with cash now and then. Sure, Harry, we've all got our troubles. Which reminds me. I'll pour 'em. No, it's not that. As I was leaving the bureau, I ran into someone else. Uh-huh. Your erstwhile janitor. I bet. What'd he have to say? In fact, he suggested he might come by and clean your facilities. You what? I told him never to. Now, Harry, be kind. I told him. Here he is. Now? Be kind. I'm always kind. How's it look out there, Brandon? It's pretty okay. Sure. The sun is out. Imagine that. I mean, it's clear skies. Clear skies today. The bird is drinking the water. Well, I'll get started. Listen, kid. Let's go on back. My young friend will check in on you shortly. Oh, it's just a couple of bathrooms. See? That attitude. Go on back, Brandon. Okay, I'll start with the ladies. I think he was the guy in the church. The beer on the 0. Fine. There's nobody? Nah, it's just us and the kids. Okay, y'all, what y'all watching? I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, I do that too. Man, the pacing of this. Whenever I turn on the TV, I always try to find something I've never seen before. Pacing of this is really dragging. Not just me, right? Well, this is actually why see, I probably can't talk while I'm writing. See, Harry, a little bit of kindness and you got your janitor back. When was I ever anything but kind to him? I let him sleep in the office whenever he misses his bus. But he's not dependable. Off he goes, always when I need him most. He thinks he ought to earn a little pay. I can't afford to pay any fixed wages, though I wish I could. So when someone else can pay, then someone else will have to. Not so loud, he'll hear you. I want him to. He'll have to, eventually. Harry, I believe you were about to pour us a couple drinks. This damn bar's like a muddy black lil pond, where everyone who stops to drink falls in and drowns. Now, Harry, who would drink from a muddy black pond? There's always someone thirsty enough. What are you in this colorful metaphor? Just another set of bones at the bottom. I'll drink to that. Hell, so will I. Ha. Not much on in the daytime, huh? Oh, I don't know. I'm enjoying this program, whatever it is. Yeah, you would. What else is on? So, how'd it go, your plaything? My plaything. You said you put on a play, right? I staged an experimental theater production, yes. Pardon me. If you must know, it was a disaster. Sorry to hear that. On the topic of my production, the less said, the better. Fine, change the subject. It was doomed from the start, really. As I watched the sun rise that morning in front of Equus Oils. What's that? The gas station, Joseph's place. Oh, how is old Joe? Reflective these days, aren't we all? Wait, you did your play at a gas station? I staged. Yes. Nobody came out, huh? I'll be damned. An uncommon venue by design. It's unique, I'll give you that. Even if an audience had materialized, there were other gaps in the production. Okay. The cast and crew also absent. Well, that's going to make things difficult. Damn. So I alone stood there at sunrise with no play and no audience to miss it. And you, what's been occupying your days and nights, my friend? Not much. Sometimes I go down to the store and restock, but then it's straight back home. Home? You mean this place? I guess. Sounds pathetic, doesn't it? Not at all. No, you had it right at first. This bar is no home. It all depends on what you mean by home. Talking to Brandon the other day, I got the sense he sees this bar as a kind of home too. It's like a dog that walked in off the street. Yeah, dog that walked in off the street. There we go. And what do you do, Harry, when a dog walks in off the street? You give him some water. A dog never did anything wrong. They're all good boys. Home is the place where, when you have to go there, they have to take you in. What's that from? A poem. I bet. It sounds like a greeting card. It's meant to sound a little cynical, I believe. What's the poem called? The Death of the Hired Man by Robert Frost. Oh, of course. Only the poem which served as the basis for my doomed experimental stage production. I'm sure it's a great poem. The next line is, I should have called it something you somehow haven't to deserve. Odd. Huh. Mean anything to you? Well, is he a Christian man? Frost? Yes, I think he was, with a healthy measure of doubt. It sounds to me like the grace of God. You get it when you're baptized. It's automatic. You don't have to do anything to earn it. You just try to be worthy of it. What do you think? Harry, you know I only attend church for the acoustics. Then what's the line mean to you? Oh, I take it very literally. It's a moral claim. There is for each of us a place called home. The relationship is inalienable. It's our birthright. No one may keep us from this place. Says who, though? I mean, who enforces it? If God won't, then it's up to us. I guess you think the same goes for that kid back there. Am I so transparent? So why is it up to us, though? Doesn't his grandma work in a bank or something? Does she? Pretty sure I heard that. Okay, I'm going to pause because I need to get this out. In a lot of games in the past 2 years, I'd say, I've started to really bristle at the slow pacing when you either let the voice acting push the dialogue forward itself, or when the text really slowly moves along the screen. Now, maybe because I read a little faster than most, but I found in more and more games, also because the voice acting in a lot of these more indie titles isn't the best, really. I'm finding more and more I'm turning the voices off, and I'm hitting the buttons to basically read at my own pace. And I find when I wasn't enjoying the game previously, doing that allows me to enjoy the game because suddenly the characters are, like reading a book. I'm getting my own sense of what they sound like, and everything's flying at a pace that's appropriate to me as the reader/player. Whereas what's happening here, it was the same thing with Act 5 with the cat, where because we're not taking part in these conversations, we can't make them go forward at the pace we want. We've been able to do that for the rest of the game. But here, as some observer, we have to wait for them to speak at their own pace. And it's a very slow pace. It's even more infuriating because there's no voice acting, so there's no need for it to be this slow. Okay, well, let's finish that. I just had to get that out. I'm pretty sure I heard that. Let's watch some NASCAR. But Harry, don't you think that if you could get help from family? Oh, there we go. No, I can't. Sure, maybe they had a fight. Oh. Ignore that entire rant. It turns out that I could go at my own pace. Aren't I the fool? He looked exhausted. Yeah, he did. So why don't you go check on him? It's kind of quiet back there, huh? Not to scold him, Harry. Just see how he's doing. Yeah, all right. I'll catch up with the races. Huh. He actually commented on what's on the TV. Well, you've been glued to this program all day. What do you make of it? Yeah, I've never really watched it before, but it's pretty good. Hey, Emily. I like how the cars all look like these normal sedans, but under the hood they're monsters. It's admirable to be stronger than you look. As I understand, the sport began among rum runners. Holy crap! So whatever was on the TV when this conversation started would have gone down a completely different path. That's impressive. So your play was a bust. Ah, live theater is always a risk. That's what makes it interesting. I agree. Sure, you're a performer. You understand. I was in a movie recently. I hadn't heard. Yeah, Western, kind of. A glitch Western. You have my complete attention. I was just thinking about your poem. Oh? Yeah, but I was thinking about it as a riddle. Like, what's the place where when you have to go there, they have to take you in? And the answer is home? No, it's a grave. Our host returns, but so quickly. Well, did you and the young man have a heart-to-heart conversation? How is he? He's asleep on the floor with a roll of paper towels as a pillow. Ah, try to remember, Harry. No, it's all right. Let him rest. Oh, and that's the end. Okay, yeah. When I was going at my own pace, that was a lot more enjoyable. I don't know, maybe it's the way my brain works. It can't get bogged down. I need like Sonic, man. I gotta go fast. But, well, let me, that was Kentucky Route Zero, folks. We played it all. My longest single game so far. There's been 5 episodes. But yeah, I really enjoyed playing through that again. I hope you all enjoyed watching it, either if you've been here live for some of it or all of it, or if you've been watching on the replays. I appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed the game. I think because this was kind of dry and heavy, I might either try to do something comedic next time, or I've been thinking maybe as a change, might do something a little more gamey, a little more mechanical rather than narrative. But we'll see. I have a whole week and change to think about it. So, hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, folks.